are listening to Open Thought on the Sunny Side with Joyce. Let's talk.
Open Thoughts this very beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Yes, and I really hope that you understand that you are the nation. You're a fundamental, highly important part of this nation. And no, I am not the Redeemer. And certainly not John the Baptist. You're not worth my head on a platter. But I guess that for this nation to be better, that every man must hold himself accountable. And even if I dare say that myself, I think what I'm trying to do is I deny myself the gratification of pleasure and choose instead to hold myself accountable. Now, I'm choosing to be responsible. I think that's the best way I can put it, because I know that I would be charged with accountability. So I'm choosing to hold myself accountable. I'm choosing to be responsible because I know that I will be held accountable. And I need no applause for that. It's a responsibility. So let's put it this way, it's duty. It's duty as far as the cause of my life is concerned, that I be responsible. First to the cause. I mean, what else again am I here to do? Yeah? What else is life here on earth? You know, that you pick up your cross and you follow. That you stand up with your back straight. And that you, with the highest intention, do all things in the name of good. And I don't know if I'm patient enough to wait for this to be a conversation on Lords of Logic. I really wanted to ask you, what do you think is man's highest attainment? The highest attainment of a man? Okay, I think I'm patient. I'll wait. So think about it. What do you think is the highest attainment of man? His ambition or something else? So think about it. Hopefully someday, one of these Thursdays, we're going to talk about it on Lords of Logic. Yep. So this is just me just being accountable. I think I'm saying the same thing to you. So when I say I deny myself the pleasure, say, if I know that I can steal something, yeah, and get away with it and not be charged for it, that I choose not to do it instead. And this is not me. I'm not better than you. You know, I'm not necessarily I'm not marketing my righteousness. That's not what I'm doing. Because I'm not a man without flaws, no. But I'm choosing to be the man who would not make excuses. So if I make an error today, I'm not going to say something like, I'm imperfect. I'm not going to say that. Because when I say that, I accommodate the error. I make an excuse that it repeats itself again. But if I say I have made an error, automatically, knowledge makes me responsible for that singular act. So if I've done it today, then I know not to do it again tomorrow. And that's really what knowledge is. So you see that knowledge, the theory of the knowledge of the fruit of good and evil, that's really what it is. That because you know, you can therefore never ever claim. There would be no case that you can tender before a judge to suggest that you did it out of ignorance. You can never ever defend that I did it. And the reason I did it is because I'm imperfect. That can never, ever hold. So maybe what the punishment for knowledge is the responsibility to now hold yourself accountable. As against if you were under tutelage, if you were under cover. If you were under cover, yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. If something else would cover you. So I think, for example, our culture suggests that the man covers the woman. But I think that some people have missed what that means. You think that's power? No, that's responsibility. That's basically put that if anything happens to that woman, we're going to hold you for it. That's really what that position means. It's if you leave your cat with me and you travel. If you leave your cat. So you know that parable of the talents. So one got 5, another one got 2, one got 1. So it's accountability, it's responsibility. I've given you 5 and I'm traveling. When I come back, you're going to account for the 5 I've given to you. So the master travels. And when he comes back, he asked his servants, so I gave you 5 talents. What did you do with it? So I think the culture has marketed that position as something to be arrogant about. And it's anybody's guess what that has brought about. I mean, you don't have to look far to see where we are. No, it's responsibility. If you could, you should have dodged that responsibility. But if you couldn't dodge it, yeah, that's what it means. So yes, last week when we spoke about on Lords of Logic, you remember when I said, what is responsibility? I don't know. I think we didn't exploit it the best we could. When you have a position, when you're giving, like you see here where I sit, it's responsibility. Let me see if I can make it easy for you. One, responsibility to my employer. Yeah. One, responsibility to my God. So that what I say, what I claim, what I profess, responsibility. So that tomorrow I'll be asked, I'll be held accountable, I'll be charged with accountability. So you lived a life and you were on radio for 18 years. What did you do with it? I'm charged with responsibility. So I'm saying that and if there's anything you must do away with, it's ignorance. You don't have the luxury to be ignorant. What you don't know will kill you. I know they told you what you don't know don't kill you. That's a lie. What you don't know is guaranteed to kill you. You don't have the luxury of ignorance. So the first thing that you must do is to know. And it's funny because if I played you a line from the movie Transformers, and I only thought it was worth referencing because I know it to be true, that you don't need to know the weight of a star. You don't need to know the distance from the Earth to the star. I mean, those are, far-reaching knowings or knowledge, It might require a certain level of scholarship to know that. But that's not necessary for the truth and the cause of your life. That as far as your life is concerned, what you need to know about your life is all within you. And the man must go inside to bring it out. Yeah? Okay. So, responsibility. So maybe I'm trying to be the man who's responsible and not make excuses, not say, I can't say I'm corrupt. I can't say I'm corrupt, but I can say I'm an imperfect man. No, I can't say that either. You're corrupt or you're not. And you know it. Then the question is, given what you know, what do you do with the knowledge? That's it. You know it. It's now you must choose. And indecision is also a choice. To say, well, I'm not the only person. That's how this clique. That's what we do. That's how, I can't say I'm corrupt. I'll just say we're imperfect. That's a lie. You know why it's a lie? Because you know good now and you know evil. There are no middle grounds. Stop playing dead. Stop. You lose too much. You lose too much. Because when you play dead, then comes a situation like, well, here you are a citizen and you want a better life. Well, your politician is also going to play dead too. If you can justify it in yourself, you must justify it in the other man. But if you don't take it, and let me tell you a story I realized. I've told you my parents were very strict, and I didn't like some of the things that they did, or say the pattern or their approach to some things. I mean, then I didn't like it. I don't necessarily like it now, but I understand it now, so I appreciate it. My father has a little bit more patience. So my father has this thing where he can tell you like 50 times, then flog you one day, and you would know that you were just one more stroke from seeing the throne. Like, it's that terrible. Now, my mother did something. My mother doesn't have enough patience. And there are a number of things my mother wouldn't tolerate. Like, it's so weird. Like, it seemed as though she had a little margin for error. So she'll hit you for almost every time you made a mistake. And I didn't understand it. But here's what I understand now that I'm grown. There were many things my parents didn't tolerate from me. Many things. In my head, I'll be thinking, but Yetunde does it now. Like, why can't she even take it? Sulia does it now. And their parents just say, don't do it. It's okay. You hear? All right, face the wall. Why are my parents mad? Why do they shout? And to me, it was them just being strict. Then I grew up. Then I can't take some things from some people. You know what? My parents didn't take it from me. And because they couldn't take it from me, I realized that I could do better. They expected better from me. They didn't take less than better from me. When I understood that they couldn't take it from me, then I adjusted. So I realized that what they wanted from me, or what they expected of me, was something I had the capacity to bring forth. So two things were going to happen. They were going to take the mediocre me, or they were going to take the best of me. And they wanted the best of me. And that required shouting, slapping, getting angry at me, flogging. And then I realized, oh, so I can actually do better. So you know what happened? Now I'm grown. I can't tolerate some things. And that's really, when you hear me say that, that's really where it's a part of where it's coming from. There's some things it's non-negotiable. You give it to me, I can't take it, so I'm giving it back. I'm not going to have a conversation about it. I'm not going to pray about it. Not taking it. Can't take it. You can do better. If you can't do better, out the door. Period. Oh, you can do better. You just don't want somebody to hold you responsible. You know you can do better. But if you can get away with it, why not? So here I didn't understand it then. But I'm grateful that they didn't take it from me. Because if they took it from me, I would grow up to be somebody who's mediocre. And then, of course, I'll have to take it from somebody else. So because they didn't take it from me, I can't take it from you. And yes, I'm willing to lose the friendship. Like, it's really that serious. There's nothing I can't lose for something I can't take. There's no price too high to pay for something I can't take. Somebody said to me one day, Joyce, you were very extreme. And I didn't understand. I understood what she meant, but I thought it wasn't correct. So I went home and I asked my mother, I said, Mom, somebody said I'm extreme. And my mom said to me, no, you're not extreme. You're straight. My parents didn't leave me a lot of money. My parents didn't leave me houses. But God, I'm grateful. I'm so... They've left me something the money can never, ever buy. She said to me, oh, no, you're not extreme. You're straight. You say yes, it's yes. You say no, it's no. That's what it is. But that's not what the world is. The world double speaks. They cushion it. They flavor it. They spice it. They're not straight. And so maybe that's why our lives are not straight. Because we're not necessarily, from our conscience, we're not straight people. There are conditions under which we'll take it. So now that's skewed. That's bent. So if you can take it, well, yeah, you're going to get it. But if you can't take it, then automatically the signal you're sending into the world is don't give it to me. So I'm not holding you accountable for something I'm not bringing forth. I'm already bringing it forth. So all of this speaks to accountability, speaks to responsibility. And it starts from the child, to the young man, to the young woman who's a teenager, to the adult, and then to country. So if this country is not working, let's all look inside ourselves and we'll see the answer as to why the country isn't working. It's not rocket science. It's not working because, yeah, the people are not working too. That kind of thing. All right. Off on a break. We'll be right back. I'm charging us to responsibility. And whether you're ready for it or not, you would be charged with the accountability for that responsibility. You'll be held to it. You don't have to be ready. It's going to happen. And I don't know what failing looks like if you fail to deliver on the life you've been given. We'll be right back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. When we come back, as promised, why do mothers hate their children? We believe that there is a story that might have led to broken emotions, or say broken spirits that have led to ill emotions. The spirit first gets broken, and then the emotion gets ill. And then character plays out, and then you can see that this mother doesn't like this child. So we're doing mothers now, and then subsequently would go into fathers and why sons don't, or say children don't like their fathers and stuff like that. And this is in hopes that maybe some mothers can change. some daughters can change, some children can change, and we can mend relationships, and our lives are a little better for it. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. My name is Joyce. You're on the sunny side. This is the sunny side. My name is Joyce. Right here on the show, you'll enjoy the unvanished truth from a people of a rising continent. On Mondays, Radioactive. Tuesdays, Open Thought. Wednesdays, Worthy of Note. On Thursdays, The Lords of Logic. And on Fridays, oh, what a week.
Wow.
I invite you to the world on the sunny side. Right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Weekday from 12 to 3 p.m.
My name is Joyce. Yes, people. Welcome to 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. It's 42 minutes past 12. Why do mothers hate their children? So this is an opportunity for children who are hated by their mothers to tell the story that could have led to it. After that, we're going to go into our divorce series 2, where you're going to speak on when you realized you made a mistake. So basically, I'm framing it this way. I realized I made a mistake when what happened. You know, something happens in your life and then you realize, no, I shouldn't have married this person. I shouldn't have been married the time I got married. I shouldn't have been married for the reason that led me to be married. Because, I don't know whether you're ready to admit it. Decisions bring about the eventual outcome for what we see in life today. So, but that'll be a subsequent hour. We go into our divorce series 2. But for now, my friend. Why do mothers hate their children? I had a lady who called last week and she couldn't think about why she was hated without crying. And I'm sure she's one of many. 0700-993-993-993 and 01465-7190. Do us all a favor. You're going to be quick with your delivery just so that we can allow our other friends call into the show and tell their story. And even though it's not Confessions Thursday, you're at liberty to be anonymous today as you share your story about why you hate your child or children. On the sunny side, my name is Joyce. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome.
Have a book on the line.
Welcome.
Now, appreciate your thoughts. Okay. Why mother? Like in this life, we've known so many things. You shared the experience of how your parents treated you, but you didn't really understand it, but you are appreciating it now. There's this thing what people say. That is side at the back is side. They don't really know that the journey is far. Okay, it goes back to the training of how you've been brought up, and you begin to appreciate them. For these very mothers,
what are you saying?
What I'm saying is this: why mothers hate their children?
Are you hated by your mother?
Not, I wasn't hated by my mother, but the experience is like...
Can we allow people who are hated by their mothers speak? It's necessary that we give them the day. It's theirs to have.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Thank you.
Let me just drop it there. Yeah, 30 seconds. The mother hate their children because of...
No. You can't say... No. So unfortunately, you can't say the mother hates the child because you don't have an experience. I don't think I want you to speak as to what you think the reason for the hate is because you don't have an actual account.
I don't really have to have account, but I have...
No. I want people who have accounts. That's exactly what I want. And that's clear.
I can't speak for another person.
No, you can't speak for another person.
Let me appreciate your thoughts. Like talking about this very thing, knowing things in life. We've known good and bad. And
No. Don't appreciate I don't need you to appreciate. I just need you to think about it. And if there's something you need to do for yourself, that you do it.
Yeah,
I don't care for the applause. I don't want it.
Not even giving you applaud. I think it is a lesson for people to learn from. Like you don't
really say people. Have you learned from it?
Yes, my father. I can remember what my grandmother would always tell me.
Don't worry. Look. My friend, please.
Yeah,
I want you to think about it. And if there's anything you can make of it, that you do that. Besides that, there's really no need for this conversation.
There is something. Thank you.
Bless your heart. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side, 0700-993-993-993. Welcome. My name is Joyce. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're happy to have you here.
Yes, my name is Opeyemi and I'm calling from Quadry.
Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, I want to make some points about the NYC thing that you mentioned earlier.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. If we go through the anthem of the NYC, the first line says, "Youth, obey the clarion call." For me,
I want to speak about why mothers hate their children. Can we really stick to that?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
appreciate that.
In all honesty, I myself, I believe that the system of sparing the rod, spoiling the child, it's in twofold. Now, some people hold the school of thought, belong to the school of thought, that the actual rod is a physical rod. Some said the rod is the word of mouth, that you correct the child with the word of mouth. But in every situation, I grew up with a mom that will not hesitate to hit me at the least opportunity.
Did your mother hate you?
She did not hit me out of hatred.
Not hit, hate.
No, she did not hate me.
Okay, so we want to talk about why mothers hate their children. I want to speak to them. I want to touch that nerve. That's exactly the conversation. Do you understand?
Some of those hatred are transferred aggression.
Yeah, let the mother speak. How about that?
Well,
please.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Sunny Side, welcome to Nigeria Info. We're happy to have you here. Hello.
Hello, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. I want to remain anonymous.
Thank you very much for calling.
The last time you touched on this topic, I called, but I didn't speak. I just dropped some points.
Oh, okay.
You're asking a question again, why mothers hate their children.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to talk. I'm not saying why. I would like to talk based on my own self.
Were you hated? Were you the child? Did you feel the brunt of your mother's anger?
I wouldn't say 10%. I would say 100%.
Okay, please go ahead with your story.
You can still see, I still feel it in my voice now. You can still hear it.
Yeah.
Now, how will I take it? Okay, I asked her why. Do you know what she told me?
What?
She said when she was pregnant of me, when she got pregnant of me, a month after she got pregnant, then she now found another woman, another man she fell in love with. But because he tried to get rid of the pregnancy didn't go. So that is why. Because the pregnancy did not allow her to get married to somebody he fell in love with. So that's where the hatred starts. Up till today, we are still in loggerhead. And do you know the funniest part of the whole issue?
I'm listening.
Because of that, he vowed not to tell me who my father is. I don't even know who he is. So I can't say more than that because I'm in tears up till now. Bye, George.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I do apologize. That must really be difficult. Oh, wow. So if the man loved her as much as she loved him, and he wanted to be with her, he could have taken her and her child. So that's also something she didn't consider. I wanted to ask you how old you were, but you disappeared before I could do that. Because the question is, for how long then has she hated you? You sound like you're probably a mom yourself, so my guess is you're pretty much close to 40. So are we saying that your mother has hated you for 40 years? 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the sunny side. 0700 993 993 993 and 01 465 7190. Good afternoon.
Auntie, good afternoon.
Welcome, lady. We're happy to have you here.
I'm your fan.
Oh, we're happy for that. Thank you very much for calling. Your name is Helen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling.
I want to speak on your program.
Yeah, sure. Turn off your radio, first of all. And then I want to ask you, are you a child who's hated by her mother?
Yes.
Okay.
So much hatred and so much hand up to now. He's not even talking to me.
Why do you think so? Have you asked her why?
Even when I have my first issue, when I gave birth to my first child, he called to Omogo in my house. He still caused my baby join the listing.
Why?
I did not know what I did to her, and I asked her that, what goes wrong? What did I do to you? When she's maltreating me, I asked her if you are my mother or you are not my mother, so that I will really know. She said she's the one that bore me, only that when she gave birth to me, that I'm wicked, that I give her a soft time during my labor, that my labor do her for 5 days.
And she hates you for that?
he hates me for that. He said that when he gave birth to me, my daddy disappeared. I did not even know where my daddy go. I did not even know my father said. Up to this moment, I didn't know who is my father.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking, please?
I'm my first this year now, before this year.
And your mom hasn't told you who your dad is, even if he's
They
dead?
have not told me up to today. Even to this moment, they still have so much anger on me that he did not even talk to me. There's nothing that I do that pleases her.
But it's not your fault that her labor took 5 days.
I didn't know. I didn't know why some mother is like that. In fact, at times
Hello?
I would feel so bad. My sibling, he turned them against me. They are not talking to me.
Is she married to another man?
Yes, he's married for another man. The people those ones that he gave birth to another man, he turned them against me. We are not talking to each other. He made sure they are not coming to my place. We should not visit anybody. They should not reach my house.
So how has that? I hope you wait. I want to understand. You have kids now. I know you have kids.
I have kids. I have 4 kids.
Do you hate your? Have you transferred that to your children? Do you sometimes
No,
think?
I do not hate my children. I love my children very well, but I don't know the reason why my mother hates me. That is the only reason he gave me, but I did not believe it. I did not believe her.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for your program.
Thank you. Please don't cry. Please. Wow. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome if you have just tuned in. So here we're going to hear some stories. And on the other side of one, I'm going to open up the telephone line so that people can speak on some of the things that you have heard. And hopefully some mothers can call and give us some understanding as to why some mothers hate their children. So I think what we are able to extract from here is that a woman gets pregnant and the man isn't there to love the woman. Yeah, and maybe that. And then maybe the woman goes through something psychological. But you see, I'll wait. 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190. Welcome to the sunny side. My name is Joyce. If you hate your child, I'd like to hear about it. And then again, I realize I have to be off on a break in about a minute from now. So I'm thinking I'm going to go off on a break. When we return from that break, this conversation continues. And I hope that the stories that we hear today on the show compel us to deeper thought towards making better decisions, or at least changing our minds, whether it's towards our mothers or towards our children. If ever you've wondered why the world is the way it is, it starts from the home. And these stories have to be told so that you understand what role you play to make the world either a better place or a place that's bad. Yeah, you make it better or you make it bad, or even worse. Off on a break, we'll be right back. My name is Joyce. This is 99.3. We're Nigeria Info.
The sunny side with Joyce. Information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Welcome. My name is Joyce. This beautiful Tuesday afternoon, we're asking people to tell their story as to why they are hated by their mothers, or maybe why the mother or a mother hates her child. Thanks if you have just joined us. The aim is that we can throw light on this and hopefully bring a kind of healing on every soul listening, and maybe even bring consciousness to the concern or say this issue. Because how else, again, can a problem be fixed if there isn't consciousness drawn to it? So welcome this very beautiful Tuesday afternoon, 5 minutes past 1 p.m. I have a message here from an anonymous person, or a person who would love to be anonymous. He says, good afternoon, Joyce. Anonymous, my issue with my mother was that she had a long-term issue with my father, and she took it out on me because I was my dad's favorite. I was too close to my dad. I was like his carbon copy in every way. I was upright and straight like my father. She didn't like that. She created that division with my siblings even after the death of my father. One of them even stated right in front of her shortly after the death of my father, end quote, "Your supporters dead. Let's see what you'll do," end quote. She sat, hold on, I'm not there, hold on. Oh, wow. She sat down there, smiling without saying a word. She would have sacrificed me if it was the other way around. My siblings and I are total strangers, and she isn't bothered seeing such rubbish in her life. This division has also affected her grandchildren, not as close as they should be. It was obvious she has been pretending when my father was alive because he wouldn't have tolerated such nonsense. Because I happened to be in the same profession as my father, he trusted me more with his properties, and my mother wasn't comfortable with that. I can go on and on about the war in the family. I've written a book about my real-life experiences, which will be available soon. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for writing me. This is the sunny side. Welcome to the show. Oh, wow, what a tale. So basically, this only just appears to be that she has hate for your father and she's just transferred it to you. Not necessarily, it doesn't quite appear that you have done anything to her to be the reason for her hate, or say to suffer the brunt of her hatred. All right. Sunny side. Huh? Sunny side, it's not sunny anymore. It's about to rain. Oh, well, yeah, I guess. You say my mother hates me because I was born on Christmas Day, a day that she has already prepared all merriment and expecting a unique August visitor, a visitor that she has been craving to meet for her lifetime. Just a day visit, and she never see the visitor again up till date. She said to me at 5, "Why must it be on Christmas Day?" Further, he adds, "I am her third child," she said, "of the family. I don't know the visitor with her, neither my dad, but she told me that was the sole reason for the hatred." That's weird. That's so weird. It's hard to even trace it. Wait. You came on Christmas Day. You were born on Christmas Day. And the fact that you were born on Christmas Day prevented her from meeting an August visitor that comes once a lifetime, or that visits once a lifetime. And for that reason, she hates you. That? Oh, wow. I really think some of you would need to write a book at some point. Honestly, I feel your experiences need to be documented in some way. 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190. Welcome if you have just tuned in. We're asking you to tell us why mothers hate. So say you're a mother. The question now is, why do you hate your child? What has led to it? And yeah, there probably is a reason for you as to, it's hate, which is certainly an extreme. Maybe you might think it's dislike. You just can't stand them. Well, yeah, but then that's also an emotion that, if it doesn't change, can push situations into conditions that can be worse. And it goes from dislike to hate in a blink. So yeah, so whether it's dislike for now or it's hatred, whatever it is, if you're a mother, would like to know why you hate your child. That's one. The other is, if you're a child and you've had to suffer the consequence of something that has nothing to do with you, would like to hear that story. And for some of you, it might be that you did something and that was really the reason for the hate. And let me tell you why this is important. The first cord that holds or should hold in society is a family unit. If the family unit is broken, it's anybody's guess what can become of the reality that humans would know or call life. So let's hear you talk about your experiences. I have Destiny on the telephone from Lekki. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? I do apologize. I cannot hear you. Hopefully you can call back. 0700 993 993 993. If you're a mother, why do you hate your child? If you're a child, why are you hated by your mother? Welcome to the sunny side. How are you? Good afternoon. Turn off your radio. Thank you very much. Can you do that? Please turn off your radio. Have you done that? Hello? Okay. You haven't? Hello, the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Hello?
Welcome. Good afternoon. Turn off your radio, lady. We're happy to have you here.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, lady. We're happy to have you. Welcome to the show. You're on the sunny side.
Yes, thank you. I'm a mother, Grace, calling from Okota.
What's your name?
Grace.
Grace from Okota. Thank you very much for calling.
I'm a mother. I want to talk about my experience with my mom.
Okay, please go ahead.
I was beaten when I was small because I used to sleep. Because you talk about how mother treats their children, beating. Beating a child does not mean you hate her or using the cane. It's a corrector, and I pass it to my children because it's a correction. When I was small, I used to sleep. I like sleeping, and my mother hates me. For me to wake up, she has to flog me with the cane. You see, when I got him, I used to tell my children that this is the scar. She tell me that one day I'll become a mother. And to the glory of God, after my first child, I'll not be sleeping like before again. And my last born, I used to tell her today. So before then, my mother is like, why she hates me? I'm a child among the children. She like to think I'm offensive because I like telling her the truth. You can't hate one and love one. Love your children. When one does mistake, correct all of them. You can't be stabbing one behind and be praising one. So she saw me as the black sheep of the home. Before she died, we were not close. The other children, they were so close to her. Even to the husband, I got married, my husband had problems, we say, go back there. And I told him, Mommy, this thing is not easy. Say, go back there. Go back there. So before she died, it's a very serious thing that mother should not hate. If one is mistake, correct the other one. Don't use one to judge one. Even the property my mother, I did not pick. They did not give me a wrapper. She likes my elder sister that lives in Ogba. Everything about her, I don't care. But then I'm living my life. And thank God, I used to tell my children, if one offend me, I will sit them down. Look, this is my experience from my mother.
Wait.
So the junior one.
Your mom doesn't love you, but she loves your sister. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, she loved them. She see me as a very stubborn child. I used to tell her, if one of your child does a mistake, don't use one to correct one. So scold all of us, sit us down. The enmity my mother caused today, she would die. We are no more. We have children. All of us have children. My elders have graduate. My senior brother, the children, they were not going. It was what my mother, I told her, you can't be alive, your children are not in good things. Because these children are God gave to you. You are going to give account of them one by one. You can't just be a mother. She will say, what do I do? Should I kill myself? Now she's no more. But till now, we are no more in good things. Everybody is living is on her own. I'm married. I have 2 children. I'm now a grandmother. I'm on my own. My other sister is living in Ogba with 6 children. He has grandchildren. My other brother is from Delta. Everybody, haters have now grown to the extent that even the grandchildren don't want to see themselves. So as
really?
a mother,
even your kids don't want to see the kids of your sisters, brother?
Even with my children, even try to call my niece and my nephews. Okay, fine. Leave our parents alone. Let's settle this. Let's come together. I don't know what happened. I've been praying that what the thing my mother said down, this enmity, has generated that We don't want to. I'm in Lagos now for after my mother death in 2017. I've not set eyes on my mom, that my sister. We don't see ourselves. We hate
Wow.
even during the burial. During the burial, we just leave everything. My daughter told me not to fight. Mommy, leave her to do whatever she wants because my mother loves her. So everything pertaining to the mother, she kept my mother in mortuary for 1 year. Then she wants to give her the 15 burial. At the end of the day, it was rubbish. If I mention her name, she's a popular figure in Lagos. So mother, I used to tell them.
Wait, your sister is a popular person in Lagos?
Yes, I want to thank God for this your program. But the mother should not be your children. Hold them,
Wow.
even if they do mistake, don't use one to correct them. Don't stab one for one. We the mother sometimes we leave our children and look. I don't want to flog you because what I went through the experience, I don't want my children to go. That's why I used to tell the last one, don't. These are the mistakes I made, and I don't want you to go through it. I don't hide what my mistake for my children, so that when they saw that mistake coming,
They will avoid it.
Stay away from me. So they see
Have
me
you
as
tried to make
bad.
amends with your sister and she's just not seen eye to eye with
She's
you?
She's so wicked. Even my daughter called the children. We don't talk. My mother's property. Till today, everybody's on her own. We have tried. I decided to stay away from her because they see that I don't want to forgive each other. My mother so trusted her, but when she died, the will she wants, whatever she wants her to bury her, it wasn't what. That's not what she did. She kept that woman in mortuary for 1 year without fulfilling. She said, my mother said when she was like, say, my daughter, stay with your sister because when I die, your sister has fans in Lagos. She knows people. So when I die, they will be comfort, the burial will be top. But when my mother died, those things my mother, and I told her, I said, Mama, when you die, is it how they will bury you or where you are going? But when she died, it wasn't how she wanted that the daughter gave her the befitting burial. So I'm so happy for this program for mothers should learn from this.
Wow.
Mothers should not love one than another.
Yeah.
All the children take them. If there's any problem before she will go, make sure we should settle them. That thing has generated a tree that I'm praying for God to put it. I'm still praying. I mean, Lagos, I'm going through difficulties. I have not included with my sister. The same mother, the same father. Even the children, my children cannot see our children. Our children cannot see my children. It's so painful, Joyce. It's so painful.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just living as if I don't have family.
Wow.
My in-law said he doesn't even know where I come from. My in-law doesn't know my sister, doesn't even know my niece and my nephew because of this enmity that we mothers planted on the ground.
Wow. Thank you very, very much for calling. Thank you very much for calling. That's a very interesting lesson to learn, actually. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello, can you hear me, Buchi? I have Buchi from Ikoyi. Can you hear me? Okay. Please call back. If you can, that would be appreciated. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side.
Oh, hello, Joy.
Yeah, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm a mother of 60.
Okay.
That lady that just spoke now, I'm listening to your program since all this is my time of calling.
Okay.
But you see, as mothers, when we train children don't want to hear. It's very painful.
Okay.
My children are doing the same thing. I don't want to mention my name because I mention my daughter is always listening.
Okay.
And she will be sad about it. See, they don't listen. They don't want to be loved sometimes. They are very stubborn. If you say, don't go and stay with a man, your daughter will go and stay with a man without marriage. How do a parent feel like? You will feel like crying because it's very wrong.
Yeah.
You don't hear what, but they blame it on the mother, that the mother is too harsh. No mother is harsh because what you want is for your daughter to be good.
But do you have a situation where now it appears that you hate you or you dislike your daughter because she disobeyed you? Hello, have I lost you? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Yes, I was asking, do you have a situation where you dislike your daughter because she disobeyed you?
No.
Okay.
I don't dislike her, but I feel in love with her. I'm just saying, if anything happens, maybe tomorrow I'm no more complaining that her mother does not like her, like this last caller said. Because if you don't listen to your mother is always sad. And because of you not to have hypertension, sometimes you let go and leave your child to behave the way she likes.
Wow.
You see,
yeah.
They're not living happily. Even mothers will have our own story to tell.
Yeah.
Not even happily at all. They don't even come and visit you. They don't even come at all. They don't even come around. They don't even ask you unless you phone them. Very wrong. As it is for the children, that's how it is for the mothers. That's what I want you to know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they call the radio station, sometimes they'll be exaggerating it. I'm a mother. I'm living now, but I know what I'm facing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I just like your style.
Thank
Just
you.
keep it on.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bless your heart.
God bless your heart.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. The sunny side. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. I have Chi from Ikoyi. Hello, Chi. Welcome. You're a first-time caller. I'm happy to hear from you.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you for this topic. I don't know why mother or father will hate their children. I'm just seeing it as a farmer who went to a farm and planning to plant a corn. On his way going, he meets rain. There's rain beats him or her. And because of the rain, after the rain, you plant the corn. Once you go back to the farm and cut the corn you planted.
Yeah, so if you listen to the last caller, she was saying that parents, say for example, a mother would speak to her children, but the children wouldn't listen. And that also puts a strain on the mother as well. And for that reason, I mean, she says she doesn't hate her child, but that takes a toll on the mother where the children disobey. And God knows what the relationship with the mother and the husband is like. So it would appear that between the lack of love on the part of the husband and disobedience from the children, that some things devolve into that type of chaos where hatred can emerge.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, not because of that, they will hate children. Parents will hate their children. It's wrong.
So you're not necessarily a victim of, say, dislike or hate?
No, I don't like it. It's bad.
You're not a victim. You haven't necessarily suffered at the hand.
I'm not a
Thank you very. Okay.
Like my children, I see them. They should love themselves.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Thank you very much for calling. Yeah. Thank you. The sunny side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Jessica. Okay, I'll be book back. So, like mother cursing out their children, I get the thing from the woman that called. This is a disobedient thing. I don't know, maybe it's with the African mother parents. When a child disobeys, you see them curse, as in lash out curses on them, rain curses and so many other things. Then she pointed the thing that being patient, being tolerant, be considerate. I pointed this in that a child that you back don't really know how far the journey is. My grandma would tell me, know yourself is not a cause. Know yourself is not a cause. You get so. It's just for you to guide that child most times because they would want to do things, being disobedient, they want to do things they like to do, so to say. But when you begin to rain curses on them, you just you hated them for one or two things.
All right. Yeah.
You get so.
Okay.
It's just for the parents to be considerate, put out that teachings, put out that value, maybe 0 to 5 or 0 to 12. Guide them so that they will not turn out to be nuisance in later days.
Thank you very much.
Make their decision. Thank you.
The sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon to you. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, Joyce, how are you?
Fine, thank you very much. Welcome. You going to tell us your name?
Okay, my name is Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
So, can I comment on what that lady have just said?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to advise the woman to take it easy.
You mean the mother?
Yes, the mother that is crying just now. So just crying on the phone. Before you come crying on the phone, what effort has she made? She has an husband. He has sisters and other relations. Has she gone to them for reconciliation after the death of their mother? She have even said that the mother was saying that she was stubborn. And that stubbornness, as if you don't know whether it is part of what led to the death of the mother. The mother is not yet to defend herself now.
Oh, come on now. I think it's too much for you to say that.
No, I'm not. I'm asking questions. What is there is that instead of coming to the public and seek the public opinion.
So if you have, excuse me. She has said that, she said that she has tried. And I have a radio show and I put out a topic and she called. You cannot undercut that.
Let me tell you, if he can't stop this within the family, the church, the whatever they are doing themselves, the radio station might not be able to solve this problem.
You can't say that. So unfortunately, you can't say that. There's a reason this is happening. This is bringing sensitization, is bringing consciousness to the issue. So the other people who haven't called can listen to this and make a better decision than what they have heard. So the fact that you feel she has a responsibility to play, don't cut it here. You have to allow people to speak. If I ask a question, people call in and they want to say something, allow them speak.
Yes. I'm not saying.
Did you hear her say she has tried? Did you hear her say that she has tried?
Well, I know that she comes from a home.
Did you hear her say that she has tried?
She comes from. If the whole of.
Did you hear her say that she has tried?
Okay, Joyce. May God help all of us. We can help her in prayer and in actions.
Thank you very much for calling.
If we have a number, maybe I can call you later. Give me a number.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. The Sunny Side, welcome to Nigeria Info. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, can you hear me? I doubt you can. So I'm going to quickly go to WhatsApp. I have a number of messages I'd like to share before I go for a break. I have about a minute. You say, what's your name? Your name is Stephen. You say, I don't know how to explain this. My grandma don't like my mom, and that is clear to all my siblings. Sometimes I ask my mom if my grandma is truly her mom. The reason for her hatred for my mom, I don't know. Same with my mom's siblings. Just one I can say stands out. I stay with my grandma, and the same thing applies to me. It has been tough, is that what you meant? For me, but I will survive. Stephen from Ayobo, thank you very much. Oh, wow. So you're saying that your grandmother takes out the hate that she has for your mom on you. We'll be right back.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
My people have
With Joyce, good afternoon to you and welcome to the show. My name is Joyce. I have a message here. She says, hello, Joyce. I will remain anonymous, please. My pregnancy to my mom was a mistake and she actually wanted to abort it. But thanks to God and my granny, she was 18 or thereabouts when she got pregnant. My granny had to beg her not to abort the pregnancy. Eventually, I was born. She was really hard on me. She used all forms of things to beat me blue and black. I eventually got to know my dad at the age of 17, and among all the children had, she hated me most. But as God will have it today, all other of her children have abandoned her. I'm the only one always there for her, helping to meet her needs. But all these don't make me hate her for once. We're best of friends now, Sha. Thanks. Well, thank you very much for your story. And I think what is very compelling to see is that you don't pay back the cards you've been dealt. Yeah, you don't pay back the cards. And it's very easy for you to do to someone what they have done to you. You know, it's easy for you to say, well, my mother was wicked to me, or she hated me while I was younger. Now, as she gets older and I get older and I get stronger, I will do to her what she has done to me. And it's easier said than done. But I really hope that, you find that forgiveness inside of you to not be to her what she was to you, so that we are not looping a circle of hatred and wickedness and bitterness and wonder why our lives are dark and gloomy. Well, actually, it's actually because of the seeds that we have sown. But thank you very much for that story. Back to the telephone lines on the sunny side. My name is Joyce. Why do mothers hate their children? That's exactly what we're talking about. If you have just tuned in, I'm happy to have you here. You're on the sunny side. I hear it's raining outside. This is
Hello,
Nigeria
Joy.
Info. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Tony calling from Lagos.
Thank you very much. Go ahead. Go ahead real quick.
Yeah, I grew up to observe that my dad and the siblings were not in terms at all. And along the line, I now discovered that the hatred now extended from us to our cousins, to their own children too. At a point, I made up my mind that things must not continue this way.
Mm-hmm.
Today, to the glory of God, we're in terms.
Nice.
We lost with the eldest person in the family, and by the grace of God, we'll be going home together to give the man a befitting burial. And that is one. I thank God for that.
Nice.
And secondly, quickly, I just want to beg you for something. Joyce, if there is any way you can get people that we help bring the family of the lady that spoke the other time, instead of condemning her, please let people know.
Who was condemning her?
It's not time to condemn. Some people are just saying that maybe she was inspired, she was to be blamed. This is not time to throw blame.
Oh, of course. Oh, absolutely. You mean the caller who called in blaming her?
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually very wrong of him. Oh, absolutely.
Very, very wrong, Joy. Very, very wrong.
Very wrong of him.
You were not there. You don't know whether you don't know us. You don't know anything about her.
Exactly. That was very wrong.
Please,
exactly.
Joy, if you can get a group of counselors or people that can come and bring these families together, I tell you, it will really go a long way, to bring families together again. She's pained. She wants to have a relationship. Whether she was at fault or not, she will need a relationship. She wants to know her. She wants to be close to her sisters. And please, if you can do anything possible, if you can make it happen, get people that can talk to the sister, let's go, so that she can move on, she can be happy. Please.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, Joy.
Thank you.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate you calling in. Yeah. Welcome to the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Yeah, Joy, good afternoon.
Turn off your radio. You have to turn off your radio. We're happy to have you on the sunny side on Nigeria Info. Good afternoon.
Hello, Joyce.
Yes.
Joyce.
Yeah?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
For me, I want to speak from the angle of a father.
Okay.
That mother that said the children are cause of some of these things, right?
Okay.
Joyce?
We're listening. Go ahead.
For me, I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. My daughter is giving me hell. I'm telling you. My wife is late, right? 7 years now. What happened? She always go out with friends. And I told her, I said, look, there's time for everything. These people you are going out with, they have mother, they have father. You don't have a mother. Why are you moving with this type of people? Please, don't let me turn my back on you.
Oh.
If I turn my back on you, you won't find it funny. I said, look, your mother is late. He said, yes. Okay, put me in the position that you have no dad. If you don't want to change. So, like that woman said, some of the children, like this, I love my children, the 3 of them. At times, I will be talking to this girl, I will be crying, she will be crying. I will remember my late wife. Because my wife don't take nonsense. Is it because I'm soft, I'm not hard on them? I know when they were small, my wife always flogged them. I don't believe in flogging. But this girl now, she's 18 now. I put her in a place of where she's learning a trade. I called the woman and said, please, see this girl as your stepdaughter. I want you to take charge of this girl, please. But this girl is giving me headache. I'm telling her, please, for your own good. I don't want to hate her. But I always say, if I turn my back on you, you will not find it funny. Okay, look at these two first ladies that called. You hear their own side of the story. The other woman was 48. I remember she called last week. But thank God today, at least she's doing well. But once in a while, she will do one or two funny things, and I will call her again and say, look, mommy, I've been begging you. Don't let me turn my back on you, because if I turn my back on you, you won't find it funny. So at times, some of the children, at the cost of all these things, but with God's grace, I will never hate any of them. I'm still doing the talking, and I keep on begging the madam where she's learning trade for, madam, please, just say her as your stepdaughter. So I want to thank you. For those two first callers that call, it's not easy. I'm telling you what some mothers are doing. So for me, the children, they need to sit up. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling. This show is very emotional for me. Wait. The sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And we'll be right back.
I remember
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. It's 20 more minutes before we touch down 2 p.m. And welcome if you have just tuned in. My name is Joyce. We're trying to open up our souls to the possibility that light can come in. We're asking why mothers hate their children. I have a message here from Obi who says, I believe that most of your callers will not understand why parents hate their children till when they become parents. This is OB from Victoria Island. And, yeah. Some things are not clear until you get older. And I really hope that we're going to go right back to the conversation, the sunny side. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're going to have to speak up for us, all right?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Oh, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. What's your name?
My name is Jimi.
You have to speak up. Nobody can hear you.
I'll call you back.
All right, sure. Hello, the sunny side. Welcome. Good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Calling
Francis.
from here.
Okay. Go ahead real quick.
Joyce, just be strong, okay?
No, don't bother about me. I don't have a problem with my mother.
Joyce, I can feel it from here.
Thank you very much for calling. I really hope the children will understand. I hope you don't learn at 40 what you should have learned at 19. My mother passed away at 58. At 58, and then you realize you don't have forever to make something right. You don't have forever to do that. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Hi.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm Joyce. I want to remain anonymous.
Sure, please. Go ahead.
Okay. You are talking about mothers hating children.
Yeah, why?
Well, I wouldn't say that is hate, but it's a roadway to hatred.
Yeah.
I'm a mother of 3.
Yeah.
And I have 2 adopted children.
Okay.
My daughter is giving me problem. You know, when you suffer to pay fee, you bring up a child from a Christian home, you use Bible and every sort of discipline you want, and the child is proving abortive to every advice. So, it makes me cry. It makes me cry, Joyce, because I know what I go through, and I wouldn't want a child to go through that. And every time you talk to a child, it makes she's adamant. She's not ready for correction. She's paying more attention to looks than school. And having considered what we go through, hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead.
What will you think that a mother will do at that point? At times I ask myself, does she want me to hate her? Yesterday she came back. We are disconnected from life. They are taking exams. Take off your dress, eat, take your bush. Say no, she wants to go and iron uniform. No, please. Read, because he said no. So the ironing of uniform, I'm looking good, wearing shorts, bending uniform, shaping it is more important than the education. And when you look at what you go through and look at what this child is, she makes me cry. I'm in pain, talking to her, crying, because I can't beat. Using Bible and every other facet that I know, what do you think will happen?
It's hard.
What do you think at this point will happen if she continue like this, putting me in pain?
Yeah.
Advising her.
How old is she?
Saying she's 14.
Oh.
SS1, very tall, taking advantage of that, saying she wants to be a model. She wants to model.
Yeah. So where's
don't
her
like
dad?
that.
Where's her dad? What about her dad?
Very much around.
So does he talk to her? Does he hang out with her to try to understand
does.
her thinking?
He does. So what do you think will happen? The next thing I will do now, they will say, is hatred. I'm hating her.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's not like that.
Thank you.
I will never hate her. But I'm telling you, from what that woman said, what parents are going through, it starts like this. Especially when you want them to grow and from a Christian foundation and they turn out to be something else.
Yeah.
It's heartbroken.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side.
Yeah, my name is Kelvin.
Welcome. We're happy to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes they say that the mothers hate their child, which is quite right. And so not right, I would say. And maybe because of their biased understanding. But sometimes the children can be quite frustrating because I'm not a father nor am I a mother. But I have a brother who maybe I can say I quite dislike him because he really hurt my mom. Even, I mean, the things he did, to even a fact, he always says my mom hates him. But to us, his siblings, we really know that my mom really loves him so much.
Okay.
He quite goes around spreading the news, my mom hates him, my mom hates him, that. But sometimes they really hurt the parent a lot. If the parent decides to hate them, it can be quite proven right.
Wow.
I just don't know, but maybe parents will just find a soft ground to be landing.
No, I think kids. I think some, particularly when a parent says they've done everything that they can. I think children are devolving into a weird form of foolishness. It's nearly evil.
Quite
and that's what I hope that they don't. I hope they don't miss the opportunity that they have now to have their parents, and that's what's painful.
Because I remember my brother came back one time unannounced, and he didn't have a transport to come. That was in East. He didn't have a transport to come back to Lagos. It is a shameful thing for my mom. He used my school fees to give him to go back. I mean, those kind of things is quite disheartening for a parent.
Yeah.
Who have a matured child, who she's expecting to be bringing for him. Instead, he's adding more pain.
They become
each and every day.
They become a problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
you
very much.
Parents are going through a lot.
Yeah. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah.
I wish I could just take the day off and just go drink wine and sleep. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you and welcome to the show. My name is Joyce. Why the mothers hate their children. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Thank you, Joyce. Good afternoon.
We're happy to have you here. Welcome. Your name is you, and I guess you want to be anonymous. You're calling from Lekki. It's fine to have you here. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
My son, my husband died, leaving 4 children for me, and this boy is to finish school. Said that he will not school in Nigeria, that he will go abroad. Meanwhile, as a widow with 4 children, I no help for many years. This boy insisted on going abroad, that if he did not go abroad, he will not go to any university in Nigeria. So, now I did everything to beg this boy to stay here. He said no. He said instead he chose not to go to school. So will you say I hate this boy? I want to help him.
How old is he?
He's 19 now.
That's foolish of him.
Mm-mm.
That's foolish.
So what do you think I can do?
Nothing. You can only do everything that you can. And I think he doesn't know that he has a responsibility to himself. And that I mean, it's two things. It's either his parents can afford the cost for international education, or he's going to foot that bill himself. To not go to school is ignorant. To I mean, you're not going to go to school and then exactly how has he calculated the future? Because yes, well, just do everything that you can, and he's going to learn. He's going to learn. He's going to learn. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I think so. That's the problem with. I really want to take the day off. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joy.
Welcome.
This is Oladipo speaking. From Orile Gomo.
We're happy to have you. Why do mothers hate their children?
Now, one of the reasons is because these children, most of them, they listen to an external voice that makes them to misbehave. You see, another problem we are having is technology has also added to this issue. What some of them watch and what they see is not because parents want to hate their children. When the parents is telling you this is the road, go through this road, they want to choose their own route. And at the end of the day, it looks as if the parents hate their children. Joyce, I've seen a situation where a man was rich and the first son was misbehaving. This man called his family meeting and told the first son before everybody that his first son is not part of his will. And he said his first son should name whatever he wants. Now, and at the end of the day, this young man turned around a new leaf. So the father that looks like he hates him,
yeah,
he now realizes that the father loves him. So it is not really that these parents, I can't imagine me now. My mother is still alive and she's my best friend till tomorrow. So thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much for calling the sunny side. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Hold on, I think I have Ify. Ify's here. Can I have her, please? Welcome to 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm glad to have you here. I'm so glad this conversation is happening. Hello, good afternoon, lady. I'm happy to have you here.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to speak up, all right? So
Okay.
we need to hear you. That would be appreciated.
All right, thank you. This program, thank you for this program. I've been trying to call since last week. Emotionally, I've not been, I've been struggling not to call, thinking not to call or not to call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something happened a few years back.
Yeah. Honey, you have about
Okay.
a minute. So if it's not enough, you're going to hold on. Let me go off on a break. Is that okay? Or
All
would you
right,
call back?
all right. I'll call. Let me call back.
Okay, I think calling back so I don't interrupt you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me say this. One day, I was having a conversation with my mother, and I told her all the things I didn't like about the way herself and my father did parenting, and she said something to me, and I want to share it with you. While I was complaining to her, she said to me, "Look, I've done the best that I can. Now you're in life." You're breathing, you have a head, you're making your decisions. If I didn't do something good enough, then here is your turn, then you do it. I can never forget that. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I was trying to explain something to you before the break. 4 more minutes before touchdown, 2 p.m. on the sunny side. My name is Joyce. So I was telling you that I was complaining to my mother about the things I didn't like about their parenting. I think the way I'm not fashioned for a hard life. So I was complaining to her, and then she threw right. Well. So this is what she said to me. She says, "Look, I've done the best that I can. And this is what we could do for you. This was all we could afford. We did this. We did that. Anything you don't like, here you have the responsibility to now go ahead in life and do it. So you change it. If there's something that's in life you don't like, you change it. You have a responsibility to yourself now in life to do that." Because she said to me, "So wait, if you keep complaining about something I didn't do, something your father didn't do, and then I get punished for it. So let's assume you complain and then they put me in prison. So what? You stop breathing? Would you die? Aren't you going to continue living your life? Or are you going to move on in life, and for every point in your life where you are supposed to, any point in your life you get confronted, you say, well, I'm a fool because my parents didn't lead me right. I'm an idiot because my parents didn't send me to Harvard. Well, you know what? The reason I'm such a mess is because my parents failed. And you know what? I have failed myself too." When she said that to me, then I realized, well, if you don't like it, then you change it. If it's something that's not right, then you fix it. So what you're going to do? Sit around and nag about it? Well, no. I mean, you do something about it. That's a responsibility to yourself. And I never complain about anything. And I think my tears is that young people, so really this is really why society is damaged. People are not going to be responsible. They're going to blame their parents for it. And their parents also are a product of conditions that they couldn't do anything about, whether out of the fear of social judgment or the fact that they had their hands tied behind their back. They couldn't fix it. Now they have kids. Now the kids are looking to their parents who have partly failed or maybe totally failed. And here they are. And they're not going to take responsibility to pick up their lives and do what they must do. And you're not going to live so long. You're not going to have forever to fix that which is broken, to correct yourself, to mend your ways. You're not going to always have that. You don't know that you're even going to be alive tomorrow. You don't know that. So maybe what you must do, you live as though today is your last. So you do everything that you can. Everything that you can. Everything. There's nobody to blame. The moment you come of age, there's really nobody to blame anymore. I can't blame my mother for nothing. I can't blame my father for nothing. I'm here now. I must be accountable. This is the responsibility of life. This is it. You want to be a fool? There's nobody you can blame for that. And when your life is a mess because of that, well, you can't blame your mother in the grave. We're due for the headlines, top of the hour. And as much as I want to change this topic, I really want to talk about it. So we're going to continue. And hopefully you can make a decision to make a better decision. This is the life. What did you think it was? This is it. We'll be right back.
Abdul. My friends ask me how I stay updated with current happenings around me despite my busy work schedules. Oh, that's my secret. Everywhere I go, my radio goes with me. In the morning on my way to work, and even in the office. I'm always tuned in to 99.3 Nigeria Info. It keeps me going through the craziness of my everyday. My radio is my best friend. My radio is 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The Sunny Side with Joyce. The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, bringing you the news headlines this emotional afternoon. Police woman shot in Ekiti by election dies. Nigeria records no new COVID-19 death for a third straight day. A national rapid response team deployed to Kano over strange illness. 2 COVID-19 vaccines produced by Nigerian scientists to undergo clinical tests. Nigeria receives 300,000 more doses of AstraZeneca vaccines. League of Ndokwa professionals sue federal government over Ibori loot. While parents of abducted students in Kaduna give ultimatum to federal government, state governments to secure release. Lagos Governor Sanwo-Olu calls for more collaboration to develop primary schools. Kogi Assembly passes bill to jail offenders for life, rapists for life, while Rivers government to host Grammy winner Burna Boy on Saturday. Autopsy reveals Bobby Brown's son died of overdose on drugs and alcohol. And Nigerians celebrate as Formula One giants McLaren sign 13-year-old Ugochukwu. Those were the headlines here on the sunny side this afternoon. I'm Yvonne Okhaifo. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're like gold diggers, tunneling through the mishaps and the handicaps.
I don't know what to cook for them. I don't know what to give them to eat. That is the issue at hand as I speak right now.
In the name of the good, we hope to earn the truth and be worth our weight in salt.
Every night, every lad and there would hear 1 million boys, 2 million boys, 3 million boys. Common people wouldn't have no money. They're supposed to plan it to go where people can follow you. Everybody can follow you, both the rich and those poor.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Look, I understand how hard life can be. I really understand it. But if you're young like me and you're listening, there's nobody to blame. Look, I'm sorry you got raped. I'm so sorry. And we're really going to try to get justice for you. But you're going to have to pick up your life. You cannot. I mean, here you have the option to be a victim or pick up your life. And you must choose. Indecision is also a choice. You're going to have to. Well, your mother wasn't there. Well, yeah, I get it. Okay, you know what? I don't. My mother was there. So maybe I really don't understand what it means for your mother not to be there. But you're going to wake up and you're going to make a choice about who you're going to be. Are you going to be a woman who's there? Are you going to be a man? Your father wasn't there. Yeah, I get it. So, but you're going to have to choose. Like, would you be the one who's not there? When your life is a fumble and an utter work of errors, there's nobody to blame. Nobody. You're going to look, if you fail, is on you, and that's the best straightforward way I can put it. If you fail, it's on you. On you. They didn't send you to overseas. On you. They didn't. It's on you. It's on you. It's what it is. So maybe that's the responsibility of coming into life and having the choice to choose. So here you have it, life and death in front of you. Regardless of what you've been through, you're going to choose. And guess what? When you fail, you're going to make the failing. Look, your mother failed, yeah? Okay. Or your father failed. And then you fail. The problem with you failing is you could have been the end of a circle of failures. But if you say, oh, my father failed and my mother failed, and then you fail, then everything connected to you would in some way fail. directly or indirectly, they're going to fail. So you're going to limit your son's chances of success. You're going to limit your daughter's chances of success. Yes, that's what you're going to do, because what that means is that you haven't structured yourself in a manner that gives you a survival chance and gives everything coming after you a chance to survive, maybe even win. I don't know, this afternoon I think my heart's just going out to people who are like me. There are a lot of things that happen in this world and I don't like it. And it's humans, and maybe for me specifically, it's our generation that I'm concerned about. Because if you fail to comprehend your capacity for both good and evil, then what would happen is you would be a channel, you would be an actual pipeline for evil. And you can't blame anybody for that. You'd actually be a channel for evil. You'd be an open door to the floodgates of hell. That's why I tease you about praying. I'm like, what are you praying for if you are still going to remain the same defeated human being you are? Maybe it takes a little bit of grace to overcome defeat, and then you pray about it. But then after you've prayed, you get up, you pick up your cross, and you follow. All right, I think I found some courage to stop crying. That took a minute, though. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Why do mothers and children, you see, you have to be careful so that... Look, I understand some parents can be difficult. My parents were a little difficult themselves. But you see, children, you have to be careful so that your parents don't lay a curse on you. And I think that was the first thing that made me cry, that you are going to choose to be so difficult that you would actually devolve into foolishness and land on the heads of evil. And your parents will be so hurt, their spirit is broken, and they lay a curse on you. So I'm hoping that you can avoid that. That you can find common ground with your parents so that it's well with you. So it's well with you. All right, back to the show. 0700 993 993 993. I have Esther from Lekki. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Thank goodness. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Hello, lady. We're happy to have you here.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. Go ahead.
This is a very emotional question. Why mothers hate their children?
I wasn't even ready for the question myself. I want to go home.
Oh, it's very emotional. But thank God you are bringing this hope. Actually, I'm from a family of we are 6 girls and a boy. So we lost our mom in 99 or so. She was about 38 or 40 when she died. And I noticed that our first daughter, that's the firstborn, she was never saying anything good about her. Every other thing would be bad report. Then one day I asked the second daughter that, okay, what really happened? Can you please explain? And she said, no, don't mind her, because I happen to be the youngest of these 6 girls. She said, don't mind her. She will never listen. She will not do this. She will not do that. So most of the time when children complain, believe me, and may my father soul rest in peace. This man did so many things for me. At least he helped. I think the major problem we are having right now is the way our parents communicate with us. Okay. Sincerely,
yeah.
Most times, believe me, most times when you want a child to listen to you, I think they need to listen first.
Okay.
Ask their way and let them feel like you want to play their own game. Then you know a way of getting in and then putting in your own ways.
Yeah.
That was what my dad did that really helped me. I'm the last daughter, but he really helped me before he passed on.
Yeah.
He helped me with that. He would pretend as if he wants to listen to me.
Yeah.
Then he's going to put his own game. He wants to put his own, but he would first of all fall for me. Then at the end of the day, I then do what he wants me to do.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think they should play that way. It will actually work. They should play that way.
Okay.
They should play that way, the listening way, not I want you to do this. They should act the listening way, but then they want to put in their own first.
Yeah.
It will work that way. It
Okay.
works for me.
Okay. So you don't, your mother doesn't hate you don't hate your mother?
No, I don't have anything with even my father. For my first daughter complained a lot.
Yeah.
But for me it was different because my father took the other approach. He didn't. So I think the other way was what worked for my father, and he used it for life, and it really helped me.
Yeah.
He would play the game, the listening game. He would always play the listening game, and it was a lie.
Yeah, okay.
This man never listened.
Yeah.
I was fooled anyway, but it's working for me. I liked it.
All right.
It worked for me.
I'm glad
Thank
it worked
you very
for you.
much.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much for
you.
calling Nigeria Info. Bless your heart. I have Fola from Aja. Hello, good afternoon to you. You're on the sunny side. Welcome to radio.
Yeah, Joyce.
We're happy to have you here. Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I think I have just one question. Because what I notice these days, we children want to do things our own way. We want to do it our own way. That our own way, is it the right way?
Yeah. So I think that's a question that people find difficult to answer. Like, so what is right?
I'm 50 and above now.
Yeah.
I have all boys. Since I was born, and now that I'm old, there is nothing my mother told me that has not come back to play.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
If she says, don't do this, if you do this, this is this, this is this, and this is that, lo and behold, every single thing that woman says, she died at the age of 68. Everything happens to be true. They came back to play. And the same thing I'm telling my children too. When I remember, I will laugh. Sometimes I feel like crying. But I just thank God that sometimes I listen to her. Yes, I happen to be a little bit difficult of a child. You understand?
Yeah.
But I thank God that I listened to the woman. And I did not throw everything away. I held them to my hands. I might not do it as at that time, but I have.
Hello. Hello.
You understand?
Yeah.
But I cannot download to my children and tell them, do it this way. If you go this way, this is how it will turn out. Why is it that the children want to do it their own way? That way, is it the right way?
So, but have you tried to even understand where they're coming from? Because, times are changing, and what was back in the day is almost non-existent these days. So,
Joyce,
yeah.
Joyce, you should forget this whole thing. Like somebody said, I don't want to mention any name. He said some people are attracted to male. So if my child comes and tells me that, Mommy, I'm attracted to a male, will I agree to it?
Yeah, that.
God bless you, Joyce. Thank you, God bless you.
Oh, wow. The sunny side. Hello, Joyce. Have you thought about it from the angle children of rape prove who are product of rape? Do they find it easy to get love from their mom? Remember Rwanda genocide and stories about hate from mother to children. Also, if marital rape, don't you think mothers might find it difficult to love such a child who is a product of rape? Yeah. And you see, it's interesting when I tell you that I'm not your therapist, but I cannot ignore these realities because these are the things that are fundamental to the building of any human. And when it's broken, there is no question why a person is damaged. These are the things that damage people psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and all these things. Well, look, I'm happy that we can talk about this, and I'm hoping that you can, when the sunny side is over, particularly on the other side of the sun, you can sit back and think about it and ask yourself, what can you do better? And then you try again. Son or parent, daughter or parent, you try again. Let's talk to more people. I have Ekene from Ikoyi. Hello, Ekene. Welcome to the sunny side. Your Nigeria Info. Good afternoon.
Yeah. You are doing a good job.
We're happy
God
to have
bless
you here.
you
Thank
for
you
what
very
you
much.
have been doing. Madam, please, only solution I have seen there, because mother complain, then hate their children, children complain, they hate their mother. The only solution there, because Bible makes us to understand that we should train up a child in the way he should go. When he or she is old, he will never depart from it. The mistake we are making, we fail as a parent to train the child when the child was infant. Because when child grow to from 10 upward, it is very difficult to control that child.
Yeah.
So my advice for we parents, we should try. I know God can do all things, but we should not take responsibility always to give God. We should walk our own path and leave the rest to God.
Yeah.
Our own path is, if we can nurture our child, because when you are using a left hand, when you are a kid, when you are mature like 15 or 16, it's very difficult for you to use right hand to eat. It's very, very difficult. That is what the problem cause, all these things causing all these problems. So, please, let us retrain our ways of training our children. Not that we don't love them. We love them, but let us begin at the grassroots. That is the only way. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I'm going to quickly go to WhatsApp. Some parents have unresolved childhood issues and pass that on to their children. This manifests on different ways. Some of them have closed and a mentality that you dare not question. That's true. Time has moved on and parents need to make a conscious effort to understand their children. They should stop being judgmental or worrying about what people will say and learn their child. Are you okay, Joyce? Sending you a virtual hug. I'm actually very okay. It's that maybe I shouldn't have touched this emotional conversation. It's too emotional. Hello, the sunny side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce, and you're anonymous. It's fine. We're happy to have you.
Thank you. We're not talking about parents that guide their children, that tell their children, that put their children through the right way. Okay, there's some difficult situations, these emotional situations. It's not don't go there, don't go out in the night. Giving a curve, time to come back. All those moral stuff. It's not that. There are deeper things that happen between parents and children that cause harm.
Yeah, so we're hoping to, can you articulate one? Because hopefully some parent is listening.
What I'm trying to say is that a few years ago, something happened that almost made me want to hate my mother. In fact, I displayed the act of hatred when she was around me because of the attitude what she did, and she didn't see it as anything. I had a role to play on it also. I equally made my own mistake. And I pleaded for it. When I in school, I came to live with my uncle. So many things happened emotionally to me that I was down for years. I was emotionally drained for years and alone, and nobody understood me. It's those there's some parents that I don't know if I'll say they are selfish. Maybe once you are of maybe 18, 19, you are expected to be on your own and bring money home, either get married, maybe after secondary school, get married, as a young lady. Some even want to after secondary school. And then if somebody have to train you in university, it should be maybe a boyfriend. Some parents have that mentality of maybe you have a boyfriend that can train you in school and maybe have, just be on your own. I was on my own. I was totally on my own. Yeah. I came to live with an uncle who abused me, and he went and tarnished my name, and nobody, only my grandmom stood by me. Only my grandmom believed me and my younger brother. They said my grandma said she lived with me for so many years. She knows what I can do and what I cannot do. So she believed me. She trusted me. And then my parents were like, because I left them when I was very small to live with my grandma. They were like, they didn't know what happened. My uncle went to the village. The things he said about me, he was the one that abused me. But he was afraid I was going to tell my parents. I didn't say anything. I didn't say jack to anybody. Yeah. But because of that fear, he went home and tarnished my image. In the whole people from the village were calling me, asking me, "Are you doing this? Are you a harlot in Lagos?" My uncle, Joyce, it was so bad. But eventually, I was living with somebody else in Lagos here, and I got admission in last week. I just wanted, oh my God, I got admission, and then my uncle's wife was tired of me staying. She asked me to leave. I just gained admission then. Yeah. So during this whole drama, I met the guy I'm married to now, and he's of this tribe, So, thank God he's a good guy. I got pregnant for him while I was in school, and we both agreed that we're not going to get married. He was going to take responsibility. Thank God for his mom, who is a wonderful woman. Yeah. So they took care of me, and I gave birth to the child while I was going to school. My parents ignored me. Although my mom said if they were not coming home to pay the bride price, that she's not going to come. She's not going to. So they left me with them, but thank God that they took care of me and all that, and thank God we are married today. But even when I go home, my mom now developed this, attitude. She was even calling me to come back home. This person is asking my hand in marriage. That one is asking my hand in marriage. Trying to impose some certain, people to me.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, when she eventually came to my place after so many years, I think it was about after 8 years of being with my husband, because we eventually went to do the traditional marriage and all that after some years. Then she came. That's when she agreed to come. After the traditional marriage, she said then she can come.
Yeah.
Then nobody knew where I was in Lagos. Nobody knew where I was for that 8 years. They didn't know and they didn't care to know.
Yeah.
You understand? So when she came, I displayed hatred. I was not treating her bad. I was giving her food, buying her what she wants, but I can't stay where she is. If she's sitting, she come inside, I go outside. If she come outside, I go inside. I don't want to sit around her. I don't want to. And so she was. There was this kind of expectation that my husband is going to maltreat me. I'll come back to them. It was an expecting thing to happen. Like something is going to happen to me, and then I'll run back to them. That's they were even saying it. Displaying that when it's bad for you, you will come. And I know the kind of person she is. Is very demanding.
So
Joyce, this is what I'm.
But you don't hate. Do you still hate her?
No, it was so painful for me to be experiencing such things. It was so painful for me to be displaying such.
Yeah, because hate also destroys the one who carries this hate. Yeah.
Yes, my husband noticed it and told me no, I should not be doing that. I should not be. He was talking. My husband was helping me. He understood because it was painful for him too. That what kind of parents are these? Why are they so? Not that assuming. I'm not saying that it's their fault that they could not afford to, send you to go. I was struggling on my own. One thing led to joy that, so many kids go through tough time trying to fend for themselves.
But you don't hate her. You don't hate her. You don't hate your mom. You don't hate your dad. And she doesn't hate you. Does your mom hate you? Now?
No. But what I'm trying to say is that this thing, if I didn't control myself, I would have hated her.
Yeah. Actually, you would have.
I would have hated her, but I tried to discipline myself and tell myself, no, this is her level of understanding. This is out of ignorance.
Yeah.
Thank God for my husband, who is a wonderful man, helped me through all this trauma.
You said that like 4 times. I believe you.
See, if ladies meet a bad person as a partner, if a man or woman goes through this tough time and meet a partner that is bad,
I agree.
It's going to turn out to be very, very.
So basically, what you're saying, when evil touches the human soul, it alters the psychology of the person. You're actually very right. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I'm glad that you bit hatred, you bit that spirit, and that's a win for you. Thank you very much for calling.
I want people to understand that it is not. We're not talking about moral. When your children grow up, when you give them moral education and train them well, when they grow up, they will understand. This is not what we are talking about. We're talking about the emotional things that there are some factors, there are some things that just make parents to hate their children, or make children to hate their mom. Things that are deeper than you are scolding your child, don't do this, don't do that, they are being stubborn. When they grow up, they will know the truth. It's just the basic fact. Find a way to relate with them. Well, when they grow up, they will eventually find out that, my mom was right. They will eventually know.
Thank you.
I have 4 kids now, so...
Oh, bless your heart.
Thank
well
you.
Done. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to read a quick message here from WhatsApp. Hi, Joyce. These stories are very emotional for me. I am not a victim, and I pray never to get to experience such. I would someday anchor organizations to fight for the rights of the community, to be for the needy, and to stand for the dejected. So God help us all. Michael from Ijebu-Ode. My sister has always been a thorn on my parents' flesh. Same attitude of being stubborn, but God help us change her. Joyce, you should be strong on radio. Thank you. Okay, so I have 2 minutes, and I can't give it to anybody because I think that would not be enough. So let me take it. I have something to say. When you say, I don't know what you mean. I'm assuming that based on your social conditioning, you suppose that somebody who cries is weak. When you say, you should be strong on radio. You suppose that if I'm not crying, then I am strong. But if I cry, I am weak. That's a mess of an education. That's wrong information. So if you have, for example, have you heard music? Have you heard music that makes you cry? Yeah. There's a level of pleasure that you would need courage to absorb. There's some things, it's like, say, there's a level of pain that you can come in contact with and you'll pass out, for example, because it almost transcends your human capacity, yeah? So tears does not say weakness. It's falsehood for somebody to be moved emotionally and cry and you suppose that they're weak. That is wrong education. You can listen to music and it makes you cry. You can look at art that moves you to tears. You can look at theater. You go to theater, you see someone display something and it moves you to tears. You can hear truth, and truth touches your spirit and it moves you to tears. What else anything that is that pure, that strong. So real quick before I go, psychologists, what they call PTSD, post-traumatic stress, this is how psychologists put it. They say when evil touches the soul, it alters the human psychology. So basically what they scientifically refer to as PTSD is evil touching the human soul, so that if something out of this world touches you, it can move you. And tears, or when you see tears, it doesn't mean weakness. So I am not weak because I am crying in front of you. No. So I hope we can correct that.
Start your baby's life's journey in comfort with Huggies. Win baby a brand new car or a beautiful home. Cash rewards up to ₦1,000,000, shopping vouchers, and lots of instant airtime wins. Win your baby a life of comfort with Huggies Happy Home Bonanza. Just buy any special Huggies Dry Comfort or Huggies Nappy Pants pack and scratch the promo sticker on pack to start winning. Buy now and win to bring your baby up in comfort. Visit 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.